The college football experience, Utah Utes 2025 season preview episode on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Yes, get up to $1,000 deposit match when you sign up at UnderdogFantasy.com with our promo code TCESGPN. And remember, as always, folks, too, let it ride.
Hey, this is Derek Stevens. I'm the owner of Circa Las Vegas. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes, yes, yes. Woo! Welcome to the college football experience, Utah Utes 2025 season preview episode, youtube.com/the college experience. We're breaking down all 136 college football FBS teams within basically like pretty much almost an hour for every single team in the land. And we're in the 100s right now. So I don't know why you're not already hip to it. But either way, we're breaking it down and yeah. And also look, subscribe on iTunes, Spotify. I had a lot of coaching interviews. Bronco Mendenhall. I know Utah fans know him well. Sat down with a bunch of coaches and the commissioner of a conference. So go check out those hidden tapes. Didn't have video available for that, but those are all out there. iTunes, Spotify. If you can, also give us a 5-star review on iTunes. But what am I talking about? We're supposed to be talking Ute football right now, and I'm already rattling off gibberish. All right. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Swigget, Database Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I'm probably drinking too much and celebrating too much and not sleeping. Would have killed a normal man, but no, that's gone. The medical advice I got from that was like being hit by lightning. Pretend it never happened and get on with your life.
I love this program. Last season was a tough year, but don't worry. Trust Coach Whittingham. You just got to trust Coach Whittingham. And he still is, by the way, a first-round draft pick in our head coaching Royal Rumble that we've often done on this very show. Coach Whittingham, I do believe he could whoop anyone's ass. You better watch what you say around Coach Whittingham. Hell of a nice guy, though. I am joined by my co-host. He is also the host of the college basketball experience. Can we get the Utah program back rolling in basketball? I remember the Majerus days. It needs to roll. When the college basketball season goes live, we cover every single game on the college basketball experience, and we do the same for football in the FCS and the FBS. YouTube.com/the college experience is the hub for all of it. You can catch it all right there. Give it up for former staffer at Austin Peay with the Governors, South Carolina with the Gamecocks, and West Virginia with the Mountaineers, Ryan McIntyre, a.k.a. Money Mac. What's up, man?
What's up, man? Yes, talking Utes. Coach Whittingham, Big 12. Let's go.
Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight.
Yes, and shout out to the chat. They're rolling. Look, I want to build something here, but I know we're going to dive into Coach Whittingham, but last season, yeah, the worst things, Cam Rising got injured on a goddamn Gatorade cup or something, right? Like a Gatorade can or something. But their season, they had so many injuries at the quarterback spot, so many injuries in general. And I'm looking back, and they're 5-7, Mac. But damn if they didn't have a 1-score loss to Arizona State, who won the conference. A 1-score loss to TCU, who won 8 games. A 1-score loss to Houston. A 1-point loss to BYU, who almost made the college football playoffs. A 3-point loss to Iowa State. I mean, this team, bad luck from injury, but also bad, pretty much if you look at their wins, they only had one win by a 1-score. So they went in 1-score games what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 and 5. Oh, no way that sustains. No way that sustains. Let's just jump into it though. Start that slideshow. Coach Whittingham, I think, is one of the best coaches in college football. He was 10-4 in 2022, and I forgot to put his overall record up there, but 10-4 in 2022, 8-5 in 23, and 5-7 in 24. Overall, Kyle Whittingham is 167 and 86.
Pretty good.
Unbelievable, right? And one thing I love is that he's been able to cook there at Utah. And by the way, like Utah, you can feel free to reach out to me, because I don't know that anyone's given you the national championships that you deserve. 2008 when you whooped Nick Saban in Alabama's ass and went 13-0, won the Sugar Bowl.
Yeah.
And 2004 when you went 12-0 and won the Fiesta Bowl.
Yep.
We are, in media. We can. Hit me up. We'll write up something to get your national championships. They're just as good as the ones that are on the side of many of the big schools out there, Texas, Alabama included. So you deserve those. Where you at with Coach Witt though, man? Last season was tough, but I'm not gonna fade this guy.
No, no way I'm gonna fade him. Man, like you said, rare down year, had all those 1-score losses, down to their 4th-string quarterback. He's done it his way. They got a brand of football. They're going to hit you in the mouth at the line of scrimmage. They've been one of my favorite teams to watch because of that man right there. Sustained success. Him and Mike Gundy in this league it's kind of sucks to see both of them at the tail end of their careers. I don't know how much longer Whittingham's going to do it, but hopefully he can go out on a high note whatever year it is, whether it's this year, the next year, or the next year. So, yeah, he's one of the greats, man. He's a hell of a run.
Yeah, man. He's a bad motherfucker too. All right. Yeah. Played in the league, All right. Well, the offense was terrible last year. Some of that was injury. 102nd in total offense, 98th in pass, 98th in rush, 115th in total in complete offense there. But Andy Ludwig has retired, and Jason Beck comes in. And oh boy, folks, Jason Beck.
Former BYU quarterback. I love how they always intertwine with each other.
And where does that all start? I mean, he was inspired by Robert Anae. That was his guy. Robert Anae was a Mike Leach guy. Mike Leach was at BYU. He took New Mexico in 1 year and made them a top 5 offense in America. I just think that's one of the most remarkable things that happened last year. New Mexico only went 5-7, but they were damn close to making a bowl game. And I'm telling you, if you watch New Mexico the years prior, that's remarkable. A lot of it has to do with Jason Beck, but also his quarterback, who he brought over to Utah, Devon Dampier. If you have not seen this kid play, it's funny. I got to talk to Mendenhall about this at Media Days this year. And he was like, I had a good feeling because I knew our defense was a mess, but I was like, I knew we'd be in every game because once I showed up on campus there, and Dampier only got like a game or two start at the year prior, but he was like, at like spring ball, he was like, we were saying in practice, we're like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Who's this kid we got? 18 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, but the dude rushed for over 1,000 yards last year, 1,166 yards, 19 touchdowns on the ground. Now last season was 12 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. For the first career, he's 18 and 12. So, but another year he's in the same offense. I do think there is value on taking, I feel like it's gotten trendy, but the Heisman odds on Devon Dampier, because the way Mendenhall was talking about him, even now at Media Days when he's at Utah State, he was like, that dude is laser focused. He's a great kid. And he's one of the hardest workers he's been around. He compared him to Taysom Hill, Bryce Perkins, and said like he will be really good wherever he goes because he's just got the mindset. And then when he's athletic, that's something that I think, man, in this offense, I hope he stays healthy because watch out. This dude can play. Obviously, a jump up in competition, but we will see. The offense does return. Besides that, Dallin Bentley at the tight end spot, and their entire offensive line, which Kyle Whittingham, if you caught Big 12 Media Days, he said this is by far the best offensive lineman he's ever been around.
That's a strong statement. I mean,
he's been at Utah since '94.
Yeah, and Whittingham's not one of those used car salesmen.
Yeah,
Whittingham usually undersells and over delivers. So for him to say that, I heard that, I was like, all right, I'm gonna put that in the back of my mind. It's a pretty good unit.
And he's those as right tackle and left tackle are projected to be first round draft picks right now.
Yeah, they're gonna hit some people in the mouth at the line of scrimmage this year.
The only thing I would question, I would say, look, is they went on the portal, they brought Dampier. I think Dampier's a baller, but we haven't seen him in big game spotlights, really. That's the only thing. But another year in Beck's offense, I think he'll deliver. But it was just we haven't seen it in gigantic game spotlights. Nate Johnson also comes in, quarterback from Vanderbilt as a backup, and also Brendan Zerberg from Oklahoma there. Running back Wayshawn Parker balled out at Washington State. I am imagining him and Naquari Rogers, who also comes over from New Mexico, familiar with Jason Beck stuff. Bryce Duke at Old Dominion, Devin Green from UNLV, all coming in the backfield. Then how about Creed Whitmore from Mississippi State, a white wideout named Creed, great fucking name,
there you go.
Right? Larry Simmons from Southern Miss comes in. Tobias Merriweather. This is an interesting get here. Before Cal, I believe he was at Notre Dame. That's an interesting get. Then Otto Tia from Utah State comes in, and Justin Stevenson from Wyoming, who's on the schedule this year, and one guy on the offensive line, Kalolo Teaga from USC. Mac, you want to find the offense that will make the biggest jump this year? This is a strong candidate.
Yeah, it should. I mean, it has all the pieces. I love that Dampier is hooked up with his offensive coordinator. And so it's year 2 in that system with Jason Beck, who flipped New Mexico just like that. And to your point with Dampier, yes, he didn't play at the Power 5 level, but they did score 40 at Arizona, who is a Big 12 team, and he had almost 300 yards passing, 130 on the ground.
That was only his second game in that system.
I know. And when they played Wazoo late, who was 8-1, I know Wazoo's not a Big 12 team, but they're ranked 18th. He almost rushed for 200 yards, and they went on that crazy Hail Mary. So I think this may be the most improved offense in the country just because Cam Rising isn't injuring his thumb on the Gatorade cooler this year.
I'm with you, man. If he can stay healthy, I think that this could jump up 100 spots, man, which doesn't happen in the sport much.
And that Parker from Wazoo is an underrated get too. He was productive out of the backfield last year. So, yeah, man, this is going to be a dynamic rushing attack.
Yeah. Wide receiver group could be thin. That's to me, if that's your biggest problem, I'm okay. They
said that about K-State for years. They just ran the ball down people's throats to a Big 12 title a couple years ago.
Shout out to Myron Kidd, as a Virginia fan, loves me Jason Beck, badass offense coordinator. Yeah, he is incredible. I think he's going to be a head coach soon. Let's talk about the defense because that's Whittingham's MO. Him and the coach in waiting, Morgan Scalley, who this is by the way, we talked earlier tonight. We just did our Oregon and Iowa previews. If we said Phil Parker is the best defensive coordinator in the country. If there's a second,
Morgan Scalley, yeah,
I would say Morgan Scalley is pretty fucking good. 25th in scoring defense, 39th in pass defense, 35th in rush defense, charting at 29th in total defense. I want to talk about this because they were on the field the whole fucking game.
Yeah.
I mean, they were at one of those games. Weren't they starting like a 4th string quarterback one of these games?
The Colorado game, they literally were never on offense, and finally the jail broke. But their defense did everything they could to stay in some of those games. That offense was putrid last year.
It means that those numbers are probably way better, than they actually are. The defense, damn, they returned some guys. Only one on the D line, Fano there, but or Fano, I think it is. Linebacker Lander Barton and DeMooney back. Nickelback Smith Snowden. No relation to Edward, as far as I know. Your safeties, Tal Johnson, Rabbit Evans. Great fucking name. Cornerback Elijah Davis also back. Mac, the D line is the only question mark, but guess what? That happens to be what Whittingham coached his whole goddamn career.
I'm not worried.
So, yeah, they've proven many of years to be fine on the D line, even when replenishing. They went out in the portal though and added Jackson Jones from the Oregon Ducks. Also, Lance Holtzclaw from Washington. That should be a beverage. I'll grab a Holtzclaw. Dylan Battle from LSU on the D line. All those guys coming in, and then they didn't need linebackers. They just went straight for the secondary. Blake Cotton from UC Davis. Don Saunders from Texas A&M, and Mike Elko. JC Hart from the Auburn Tigers, and Jalen Mosin from Furman, as well as punter Orion Phillips from Missouri. Mac, will the defense be better than 29th? I think yes, because that offense is going to move the ball and that clock is going to tick a little more.
Yeah, it's the same handicap as Iowa. Man, we need to get a Utah and Iowa on the schedule. That needs to be a game. Ferentz and Whittingham, they could have us on their defenses, and they still would find a way to produce.
Put me at free safety and just have me stay back.
Yeah, man. The names change, but the culture remains the same. Utah will be, I think, a top 10 defense. Honestly, probably the best defense in the Big 12.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun to watch, man. Let's get into the schedule and the state of the program, folks. But before we do that, I want to let you know that the Utah Utes season preview is brought to you by MyBookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet on every single sport. All those summer sports, man. I know it gets a little tough in the summer. You're betting weird shit. I've done it, man. I've done things back at ECU, man. We used to bet on the pizza company. We'd order 2 different pizza companies and bet on who was going to arrive first. So I don't blame you if you're betting on, cricket or, marble racing, but I like betting all those other sports too. I did place a large wager on a dildo color the other night to hit the WNBA court. Lost my money though. Turquoise. Damn you, turquoise. But MLB, I do bet the heck out of that. CFL, bet the heck out of that. And golf, not really, but a lot of people do. That's all available on MyBookie. Horse racing, all that good stuff. College football futures as well. MyBookie accepts customers from a ton of different locations, even outside of the states. You can easily deposit, get lightning fast payouts using crypto. Head on over to MyBookie.ag, but when you do, use our promo code TCESGPN for 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions apply. That's MyBookie.ag, promo code TCESGPN. Also brought to you by Rhythm. Yes, Rhythm's power trends are now called Smart Signals, and they just dropped their college football stuff. They're back on Rhythm, folks. Last season, their predictive models posted unbelievable stuff. 21.47% ROI on non-conference spreads. 22.47% ROI on in-conference money line plays, and they killed it on the FCS totals. Week 0 and week 1, Rhythm's house model went 16-4 ATS, 11.6 units gained, and a 52% ROI. What are you doing? Go over to the app now and make your own model. Get your free 7-day trial period today. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. All right. State of the program is your staff, which I love both coordinators. I think both coordinators are super elite. I really do. I think Kyle Whittingham has always been a great coach. So, I mean, the roster looks fantastic to me too. But state of the program is also the fan base, and it's also the stadium. Rice Eccles Stadium, 27 years young. Now, they built this, I believe, on top or next to. So a Utah fan needs to hit me up on this because I can't remember. I've been there.
They'll let you know.
Well, I've been there. I want to say it was in the same spot as the previous one, or if not, right next to it. So it's still got, the former stadium was, I think, called Rice Stadium, or was it Eccles Stadium, something like that. But
we need to ask Rush. Although he's a BYU fan, so he'll probably it's not that good.
Yeah. He's like, this stadium sucks. This thing's fire. One of the things I love about this new Big 12.
Yeah.
is, we're a sucker for scenery. And you're like, man, you got Colorado Stadium, Folsom Field. You got Rice Eccles. You got Lavelle Edwards. You got Sun Devil Stadium, Arizona Stadium. Those 5 right there all are fucking awesome because of the scenery, let alone the fan experience. But look at that shit, dude.
Unreal.
Yeah, you have fun watching your NFL bullshit. I'm watching that shit. I want to go there. Look at that.
That's the Gators how they did out there a couple years ago.
Ask Jim Harbaugh how he did out there, man. At Michigan, they got beat. They swept Michigan. They won in Ann Arbor as well.
Yeah.
Man, this stadium, not only is it great just because of the fans are fantastic. This is they're fire at home too. I know last season that it was like the one year that you saw the shit kind of get away from them, but man, traditionally, Lincoln Riley couldn't get a dub there, right? I mean, he was struggling.
That one game there was epic where Rising got the 2 points to win it.
Oh man, that game was wild. Yeah, the chat, a lot of them been to this stadium, and this place is just this place is fire. I mean, look at that fucking view, man.
I know.
I mean, how do you not give it a 10? And to be honest, like a lot of their recent history, this thing, like I said, it started in the late 90s. A lot of their best seasons have come at this stadium. And I know it's not built, it's not exactly on the or maybe it is. I need someone to clarify that, but this stadium can do no wrong, in my opinion. Look at that shit right there, man. Fuck me. I want to go to that. It's like makes me just want to go play football right now. What are you giving this thing?
Perfect. 10. Yeah, I think even BYU fans would admit that this is a gem of a stadium.
Look at that shot. I feel like I'm watching fucking Cliffhanger with Stallone or some shit, right?
Yeah. 51,000 strong in there. 51-4.
That place is incredible. Incredible, man. That's football, man. That's college football. That's the way it's supposed to be. Outdoors, no fucking dome. Just out there. Like great fans, fucking band, everything. Just that's
underrated logo too.
Oh yeah. Love the throwback too. Get out to a game at Rice Eccles Stadium. And folks, if you do this, like I highly recommend. There's obviously cover your ears, you Utah fans. But one of the things me and my brother, we've gone on these college basketball and college football trips, really our whole life, where we seek out, games, and you're looking for 2-for-1s, you're looking for 3-for-1s. You can hit this or a BYU or a Utah State game pretty easily. So
don't say the P word.
I know.
Provo.
Yeah. I'm just saying. But man, that stadium is fucking phenomenal. Just how about the Big 12 with all these mountains in their stadiums, man? That's underrated aspect of that conference.
In the East and in the West. It's everywhere.
Oh yeah, what Dub V too, right? Yeah, Dub V. Forgot about the hidden one out there in the East.
Yeah, we're out there.
Yeah, let's go.
Down this year.
Let's go. Yeah, unbelievable stadium. Job well done. Unbelievable fans. Job well done. And I put a lot of photos in here because I love this fucking stadium. But and don't forget, man, they are a team that will storm. They will storm. This is against USC. That game you're talking about.
Epic game.
They should. And folks, in case you're a first time listener, it is your right to storm the fucking field. That is college football. It's been part of the history since 1869 or whatever it is, 1868. All right. You pay a crazy ass tuition. You pay for all that other bullshit. You know what I mean? Textbooks with a jack up the price 200, 400, 600%. God forbid you get a parking ticket 10 minutes late. It's $200. You deserve the right to have this memory for your entire life. So storm and storm often. All right. Actually, just when you beat like a really big upset, I would say, or top 25 team. All right. You can't just. I mean, I don't know if it's organic. I guess if it's an arch rival, maybe you storm. But my point is, come on. Greg Sankey lost his fucking mind with his approach on this classic Syracuse grad bullshit. All right, let's get to the schedule, man. Or actually, state of the program. What are you giving state of the program?
I'll go 9. I'm not going to overreact to 1 year. The first year that they miss a bowl since I think 2013. Whittingham, model of consistency. So I'll go 9.
Yeah, I gave it 8 just because they entered the Big 12 and it was kind of a dud season, even though I know they were right there in all those games. But 2 natties in the past 25 years. Let's go. Let's hop into this. Week 1. The legendary Rose Bowl Stadium. We have a Pac-12 game on the schedule. This thing, it almost makes sense. Maybe they should be in the same conference. Oh, I forgot.
They were.
Now they're going to be look now the game against Rutgers is more interesting. For UCLA I'm saying here. But look, this is I've already bet this, guys. So I'm tipping my hand, Mac. This is a week 1 lock of mine. I will take Utah minus the 6 in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, I would think that the Utes fans are going to take over LA here.
Yeah,
they show up every time they go out west. Good luck, Nico, against a Kyle Whittingham defense with the whole offseason to prepare. Coming off their worst year in over a decade. Those guys are going to have a chip on their shoulder. I think the Utes are going to hit them right in the mouth. Yeah, give me the Utes.
Oh yeah,
lay it.
Oh yeah, lay it all day. 1-0. Then week 2. Cal Poly, the Mustangs, John Madden's alma mater. I like how his estate gave Cal Poly $30 million. Right now, hopefully Cal Poly is the type to say, "Oh, thanks for the donation. Let's not invest it in football. We'll just work on our, academics or something." But I'm intrigued by this game. Not really, because it's at Rice Eccles, but. Cal Poly used to run the triple. They need to go back to that, by the way. 2-0.
2-0.
Week 3. Whew, the Utes. Great logo. We like to honor the history of Native Americans on this show, not delete them.
This is a nice game, by the way.
This is dangerous, man. This is dangerous, man. This is a Dampier game where we got to say, and look, if you look at the history of Power Fives, and this is coach proof. Whether it's Sawvell, I know he's only in year 2, but like Craig Bowl, Dickinson, all those guys, it's like a 30-year history of Power Fives going to War Memorial and getting that ass whooped.
Yeah.
Ask UCLA, ask Virginia, ask Texas Tech, ask now the only thing is Utah might be a little more familiar because they were in the same conference for a little bit there. Mm-hmm. I'm taking the Utes, but. Just watch it, man. A&M went up there one year and squeaked one out like 18-16 or something. This thing is a dangerous game, man. But I'm going 3-0. What are you doing?
Yeah, this feels like a grinder of a game. And to put it in perspective, the last time the Utes went on the road, well, actually, I guess they went to Utah State last year. But the time before that, they went to San Diego State with a 10-win team. They lost a triple overtime crazy game. So
I remember that.
Yeah, give me the Utes by like a field goal or a touchdown. This is going to be a tough game, though, with Big 12 on deck. 3-0.
Not only Big 12, I almost want to take Wyoming, dude. This is such a good look-ahead spot.
Texas Tech. If Bowl was there, I would take Wyoming. I need to see from Sawvell.
And the chat saying Dampier lost there last year. So this is on deck. I think I was looking at this as I was building these slides, man. And I said, is this the most anticipated game that no one is talking about? Like, I find this game so captivating. Yeah. Texas Tech has a $55 million roster, or their athletic department, I guess. Cody Campbell, I've heard him on many platforms now talk about his approach to this. I think they have a very, very smart approach. And I think they are a power to, they ain't going away. They're also interesting because Cody Campbell's a former offensive lineman. He's a billionaire now. If you're not familiar with Cody Campbell, you should check it out. He's trying to save college sports, and I agree with his approach and his model to do so. But this is a very interesting game because he attacked the portal on the offense and defensive line. That was their philosophy. And as much as I don't know about their skill position players, even though Baron Morton looks good sometimes, that makes this game very compelling, knowing that Utah's offensive line is the best in the conference. And this, you can make a case, is the best D-line in the conference.
Yeah.
Romello Height coming in, that dude balled out in the ACC last year. The David Bailey from Stanford. That dude, they're saying that guy's gonna be a first or second round draft pick.
They got players, and this is this needs to be the 10 o'clock late window game Saturday night. The Big 12 can't drop the ball in this. They need this as a standalone game for the national narrative.
This game's awesome. I'm taking Utah, but the fact that this game is there makes me that much more scared about the Wyoming game. You know what I mean? Like I could just see them looking at this and say, okay, but man, give me 4-0 though. I'm more scared of the Wyoming game than this.
Yeah, they're not going to lose to Texas.
Yeah.
Especially this is, like I said,
Big 12 opener too.
Yeah, this place is going to be hopping. Top 15 game potentially if they can get through the non-con. Yeah, I'm at 4-0 here. I like the Utes at home. I'm not betting against them at Rice Eccles.
Yeah.
Hey, this next one's starting to do a trap spot. The more and more I'm looking at their schedule.
That is true. After Wyoming, then Texas Tech, and a trip to Morgantown.
Uh-oh.
This is hilarious because they're like, where are we going? Morgantown. I don't think they've been in a long time. But my thing is, I don't think Rich Rod will have that. Like, to me, you want to get Rich Rod in September. You don't want him in November. But it's a chance they could be flat. I'll tell you that. And it is a lit-ass environment, and Devon Dampier is not prepared. Like, I understand the Mountain West, he played in Laradice last year, and that place does get lit. But man, there are a few places that get lit like Dub V. But I have Utah 5-0, man.
If they make this a noon game, Utah's fucked. If they make it a 10 a.m. kickoff, yeah, give me the upset. I didn't realize who they had on deck, too. I knew they were off Texas Tech. But with who's on deck as well, yeah, Mountaineer upset here. The Utes have struggled on the road over the years. So, yeah, I will take my Mountaineers to pull the upset here.
There we go. So 4-1. Right? 4-1,
yes,
correct?
4-1.
I got them 5-0. I can see the logic. I just don't know if the timing of the offense will be there yet. Bye week. Shout out to the great Brian Johnson. Where is he now? Like the Eagles OC? Wasn't he the Eagles OC last year? I was a big fan of Brian Johnson in college, man. Damn good college quarterback, man. They come out of the bye week and oof.
That's what I mean with them on.
I don't think this is the look. I think this is a look ahead.
Oh shit! I didn't even realize who was after them.
And bad job by the Big 12 in my opinion.
Yeah,
very terrible job. But Arizona State coming into Salt Lake City. I'm all over the Utes here, man. There was a 8-point game a year ago. I got the Utes getting this one, man. How about you?
Yeah. Oh, I'm all over them. Revenge angle. They should have won the game in Tempe. If Rising could just plant his leg a little bit. 5-1.
Oh, Brian Johnson's on the Redskins staff now. No shit. There we go. Wasn't he with the Eagles for a little bit? I thought he was. I got him 6-0, but here's the problem.
Revenge game.
This is just terrible. Because this game has no business being here. And I disagree with Trick or Treat saying perfect bye week. Because this game is right after. You can't have the team. They did a bad job, in my opinion, scheduling the Big 12 people. A, this should always be the final game of the season. But B, you gave at Arizona State. This is just back-to-back weeks on this. Just don't like it. I think you should have spaced them out a little bit better. All right, I got Utah winning this, but I am pretty damn close to saying that that they might have one loss between.
They're probably going to lose one of those in the mountains, whether it's Wyoming, West Virginia, or Provo.
I'll say this for look, as someone that grew up very far away from Utah. I love this rivalry. This is one of my favorite rivalries in all of college football. I think it's criminally undersold, which part of it is, like I said, your mark. Why did you do this? This should be marquee, final game of the season. And I think if you put it on at the right time on the final game of the season and let that shit continue over a few years, America will find out how intense and how awesome this rivalry is. But I look, I got them undefeated, but I'm very scared of this game. In fact, I'm just gonna say I'm not gonna come on the Utah show and say they're gonna lose to BYU, but I'm gonna say by this point they will have one loss. See what I did there?
Wyoming or West Virginia.
Yes, exactly.
That's what I was saying, man. Like the more and more I looked at the schedule, I took Utah in the West Virginia preview, but the more I look at the schedule, I'm like, they're going to drop one of these road games. Whittingham, they've dropped road games in the history. They just don't lose at home. I have them getting their revenge on BYU. BYU stole that game last year in Salt Lake. I think they go in and Provo, get the revenge. 6-1.
Then, to be honest, I kind of love Dion's spot after Arizona State and BYU, even though it's in Rice Eccles. It is a good time to catch them sleeping. The emotions, if they win that, but it is in Rice Eccles. If this was in Boulder, I would be all over the Buffs. But Utah win.
I agree. I think they're just going to beat up Colorado here, and Colorado drilled them last year when Utah had none of their guys. It's revenge.
Then coming out of that, poor Cincinnati. They've never been to Rice Eccles. Have fun.
Yeah, 8-1.
Yeah, 8-1, potentially 9-0 for Dundee. Then another bye week, but shout out to Scott Mitchell. Look at old Scott Mitchell. Folks, before we get to the rest of the Utah picks for the season, I want to let you know that we're brought to you by Circa Millions and Circa Survivor, the world's greatest sports book. Circa Las Vegas is hosting the world's biggest pro football contest. Circa Millions, Circa Survivor, and Circa Grandissimo with over $21 million in guaranteed prizes. You cannot call yourself a true DJ if you're not competing in the Circa football contest. So what are you doing? Come hang out with SGPN at the Circa contest weekend, August 21st to August 23rd. Of course, myself, Moneyline Mac, the college football experience will be there. Covering week 0, Farmageddon and Dublin and all the other fun. Might even hit that Idaho State bullshit too. UNLV at that filthy Death Star. So come on out. Look, amazing weekend, live shows, open bars. Plus you get 15% off your stay at Circa because you know us. Promo code SGP15. You're welcome. The contests are open to everyone. Sign up in Nevada. Play from anywhere with the help of SGPN's official proxy. Go to footballcontest.com and use that promo code SGP to get $50 off those proxy fees. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Yes, Underdog Best Ball Mania is happening all summer long. Giving away $15 million in prizes, including $2 million to first place. There's no waiver wire, no arguments about trades. Best ball's the best way to play fantasy football, folks. Underdog also is a great place to play pick'em where you can win up to 500 times the amount of money you enter. So what are you doing? Sign up over there. Use our promo code when you do. TCE SGPN to claim your special pick plus first time deposit offer. Up to $1,000 in bonus credits there. UnderdogFantasy.com promo code TCE SGPN. All right, we are back. So you got them at what right now?
I got them at 8-1. And back to your point on dropping one of those games early, that'll be they got 3 road games in the first 5 weeks in different time zones. That
is interesting.
Yeah. The schedule's kind of all over the place.
Well, the thing is like, how good will those teams be? Wyoming was ass last year. I think that I've admitted this on the show. We did our preview before I went to Mountain West Media Days. And I think I was on VSiN where someone asked me, what's the team you think you got wrong on the previews? It's Wyoming. I feel like Wyoming is going to be better than.
Yeah.
If I had to do that episode over again, I would take the over on Wyoming. West Virginia, though, you're catching them early in the season. And then BYU, you're catching them. Rhett's Laugh decided to go get pussy. Crazy concept.
And you get Nico game 1.
Yeah. That's true, man. It's an interesting schedule. They come out of this.
Get all 4 though. It's hard to get all 4 of those though on the road.
Yeah, especially when you have a quarterback that, although is in the system, has yet to be playing really crazy environments, with the exception of Laradice, or maybe did he play at Utah State last year? Utah is in Waco, Texas, taking on Baylor.
We took Baylor, didn't we?
I don't think I did. I took Utah.
I think I took Baylor.
Maybe I did though. I need to. We got to write all this down next year.
This league specifically, there are so many 50-50 games. I mean, what's this line going to be? Utah -1 or Baylor -1?
Yeah. I'll give them a loss there.
Yeah.
But I mean, is there a world where like Baylor's flat and Dave Aranda's fired, or am I crazy?
I think that offense is too good with Spavital, man. Year 2. I think that's a tough matchup. Baylor almost got him a couple years ago when they were awful down there.
I remember that game. That game was hilarious. That was a very Iowa game.
Yeah. Give me Baylor to knock them off. Loss number 2. So 8-2.
8-2, and then I'm going to guarantee that Kansas State loses this game. They haven't been to Rice Eccles in a very long time.
Yeah, they're
or ever, I think, right? Yeah. Welcome to Rice Eccles. That's a loss.
I'm with you. 8-3. I have not done a Big 12 schedule yet where I've given a team 2 losses yet. The more I'm looking at this in league play.
This is such a killer to end the season too.
This is a spoiler game. Kansas is gonna fucking spoil the
100%. I'm on Kansas beating Utah here, man. But that end of the season. Let's look at this. So I mean, I'm on the over.
Yeah.
I want to bring up the rest of this in a second, but look at the final 3 games.
Yep.
I mean, from a win totals projection, those 3 are all, pretty decent odds to win the Big 12 or to make the championship game. This is an interesting schedule, man. Now back to they're plus 600 to win the Big 12. They're plus 490 to make the college football playoff, plus 10,000 to win it all. And I should also hit the odds to make the Big 12 championship game is plus 280. So just to make it, it's plus 280. I'm locking up this over. I know that it's the Big 12. The only way this over doesn't hit is if Dampier gets injured. But
yeah,
I mean,
I think we're getting a discount. It was 9.5 last year, and I think it's an overreaction to one bad year. I'm pretty confident this is a 9 or 10 win team. It's just those road spots are tough. It's a tough road schedule, and they have 6 of them. They have 2 non-con road games.
And I mean, dude, they kind of get like every team in the Big 12 that was decent or we think is going to be decent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
outside of Iowa State.
Yeah, Iowa State they missed, but like there's
ECU.
no UCF. You'd want UCF or Oklahoma State on the schedule this year, but like
Yeah. No Houston.
Cincinnati's a
Arizona.
wild card. Cincinnati and Colorado are wild cards. Dub V's a road trip, but I kind of like it just because of you're getting them in September. But man, getting Kansas State, Baylor, BYU, Arizona State, Texas Tech, it's challenging. It's challenging. I feel good though. Give me that over. And I will also play. I don't know though, man. Cause I think you just play plus 600 to win the Big 12 because, there'd probably be a 7-way tiebreaker or some shit, but it's worth the sprinkle just to win it, not just to appear, to win it. Cause I do think if they get there, I personally think I have them power rated number 1 in the Big 12, just so you folks know. I think they have the best actual roster in the Big 12.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that doesn't always mean you're going to win the most games, but I think they have the best roster. I'm on the over. I'm going to lock it.
I'm going to lock the over. I'm confident they're going to get back to an 8-win season. I'm not worried about that. I'm with you. On the tiebreakers, we've done every single team outside of Houston so far. I have not given out, and I don't think you have either, a team that's going to lose 2 Big 12 games. I think every single Big 12 team we've had has been 3 or 4 losses because these teams are all so evenly matched and the margin of error is so crazy and there's so many 50-50 games.
Yeah. Yeah. And another thing is their home environments. Like, I've always believed that at Utah, at BYU are extremely hard places to win. Right? I don't care who you are. Texas Tech has kind of become that. Arizona State, I've also believed historically, is a very hard place to go and win. Minus like what a year, but they've done well in the non-con when people have to go to Tempe. Ask Notre Dame. They put it on Notre Dame one year there, but I just feel like it's a tough place to win. Texas Tech's become that. K-State, I mean, you just have a lot of good home environments, man. Yeah, I'm locking up the over. The chat saying Myron says 10 wins plus 350. I think the 600 is. I'm with Sam. I think you play the 600 plus 600 to win the Big 12.
Yeah, I trust Whittingham if they get there to the big game to win it. He's won so many big games over the year. What is the ceiling?
The ceiling is
10-2.
I'm gonna say 11-1.
You think they can go 5-1 on that road schedule?
What if UCLA, Wyoming, and West Virginia are just not that good this year? And then BYU without their quarterback, what if they're not that good? It could be a nice road schedule. I mean, they're all tough environments. We'll say that.
Yeah, they don't get a sleepy one outside of UCLA. UCLA is not sleepy.
Yeah. I think 11-1 is the ceiling. And what about the floor though? What if Wyoming does catch them? And then what if Texas Tech's D line is so nasty
and Dampier gets banged up?
6-6.
I think it's 5-7 again. If they get banged up at the QB position again.
Interesting. Yeah, I think you're probably right. But I can't wait to watch this season. They're one of the most interesting teams this year, folks. We're both on the. We're both locking up the over. A lot of locks coming off the shelves tonight, folks. And that is our show. I did put together a slideshow honoring the history of Utah Utes football, which we respect and we love greatly here. But I do want to let the people know that tomorrow we have another triple header. Pretty much triple headers every day now. Tomorrow we will be talking the UNLV Running Rebels and Dan Mullen. Utah fans know Dan Mullen. Boston College and Chestnut Bill O'Brien. And then you just mentioned the Houston Cougars, Willie Fritz and the Houston Cougars. Those will be the 3 teams we talk about tomorrow. Can't wait to do that. So subscribe to the College Football Experience as we break down all 136 teams. Moneyline Max on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. I'm on Twitter at TheColeBD. The College Football Experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. Don't forget YouTube.com/The College Experience. Hit that like and subscribe button. And our secret Dundee Nixon tapes. Bunch of interviews out there. iTunes, Spotify, subscribe. What does it take right now? Everyone in the chat. It takes like 2 minutes to grab your phone. Give us a 5-star. 2 minutes, but that helps. I've been at parties that our sponsors have given us. They said, "Hey, let's get Pick Dundee drunk," and all the SGPN guys. And we go hang out, and I go, "What was one of the reasons why you invested in this?" Well, actually, we looked at your guys' comments, and I was like, "Really?" Blew my mind. So please, if you can, help us out. 5 stars. All right. Enjoy the slideshow on the way out. Can't wait for Utes football this season. Get out to a game at Rice Eccles. This is the College Football Experience, Utah Ute style. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
I feel like there are veterans that are older than me, and I feel like I'm on my way to that. But I feel like, if some of the new guys look at me as something they weigh, then that just shows weakness in their character. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I looked at it like, I gotta break down my own goals. I gotta get there on my own. I gotta take mine.
Leave me alone. I'm in my zone. Don't wanna talk to you. I'll get there on my own. Leave me alone. I'm in my zone. Don't wanna talk to you. I'll get there on my own. Check it. 2012, the game's changed, no shells, digi airwaves, transport to brain cells. YouTube hits were traded in for sales, but record labels still fall for anything that sells. Indie lifestyle till I die or all else fails. I know I ain't the only one because they all out there. Listen up, I'm splitting tongues while y'all split hairs. If defining was undefinable, then I fit there. Got hate over my game, doggy, I don't care. I'm in my own lane, ain't nobody else out here. I got no shame, I'ma say the way I feel. And if you don't like it, fuck it, that's the way I feel. Separate the fake, I only roll with the real. The message ain't in hate, I ain't trying to lessen the pill. Y'all can flake if you wanna, I ain't stressing for real. Regardless, yo, I'm still gonna be here. Leave me alone, I'm in my zone. Don't wanna talk to you, I'll get there on my own.
Ignorance is bliss, but nah, don't miss shit. I'ma give you a tip go like this. You don't gotta flow like this, don't gotta know how to hold mics and rip. I got old vice grips for fists, iron lungs for the pip. Twisted like a yoga position, spitting the gifts. Fuck, light 'em up nice when I can't write like I might just quit. Then it's own hits and I'm on it. Yo, before the wave crash, I'ma own it. Stop the postponing, waiting for a bone to be thrown. I'm too grown, slow you roll, I'm in the zone. Just leave me alone. You can tell I ain't playing cause of my tone. I did it on my own, I'll do it on my own. I'd admit it on my own if I blew it on my own.
Check it out, I'm so far in my zone, I'm prone to social awkwardness. You get me out of my home, I'm not trying to hit clubs, only plates and dubs. I need a lock or two for blocking you out. If you're not on my roster, I'm walking you out. I only foster concern for the Fostex functions. 38 and a half, my prospects wonder, then assume not to call like they lost this number. Life do not revolve around a revolving door of do nots and no nots. Ain't trying to burn what's on the stovetop. Do what you will, but I'm trying to make bills. Get on these bills, you ducks and your bills. Trying to get in my grill space, I will space out without pills. Zoning on my work and I'm out to scout deals. The reals outweigh your burnout pipe dreams, so I turn out the light on your good night plus nice dreams. Leave me alone, I'm in my zone. Don't wanna talk to you, I'll get there on my own. Leave me alone, I'm in my zone.